Dominick, Tavella, founder, president, Diversified Private Wealth Advisor, and also Quint Tatro is with us, managing director of Jewel Financial. It's great to see you both. Quint, I'll start with you. Your thoughts. We look at names like Marriott and Hilton and all things that are going on with hospitality. What's going to happen in 2020?
I think your guess is as good as mine, Nicole. I think there's no question that in the future we'll be back staying at Marriott's and Hilton's and so forth. But I think investors have to be very, very careful here. There's an old trading adage that I like to share with folks a lot, and that is that the second mouse gets the cheese. There's no reason to try and be first in this environment. And I think that we have to be very, very careful trying to go in and pick bottoms in these stocks when we have no idea how long that this shutdown will really take place, and then when these hotel stocks will come back. So why not wait and be patient? If you are just have a hankering to try and put money to work here, we still favor the index approach, buying basically the S&P or the NASDAQ, but I think we have to be patient. You're not going to pick a bottom. There's no reason to try and attempt it. So wait patiently and then go into the high quality names when the dust has settled.
Right. Dominick, what do you think? I mean, when we look at names like Hilton and Marriott, I mean, they're such huge, great companies, but how patient are you feeling?
So first, I couldn't agree more with our other guests. Having said that, if you could predict when we finally get out of this thing, maybe 3-6 months down the road, you really have to ask yourself, what is the business model going to look like? And all these companies, the good news is they don't, for the most part, don't actually own the properties. They get royalty fees, they get fees for the reservation system, so they're not capital-intensive businesses. On the other hand, how long is it going to take for these businesses to get up and running after, assuming we could actually predict when this thing is over and done with? And you have to believe if it's leisure, it's the vacation season, how often, how much usage are these hotels going to get used? And the business traveler, which is a big integral part of these larger chains, how long before businesses say, okay, we're going to allow our employees to travel? And unfortunately, they're all learning that they don't necessarily have to get on a plane, have to go sleep in a hotel. So although these are good, solid companies, don't have a large exposure, it's going to be a long time.
Right. So what's the takeaway, Quint, when we look at this? I mean, we're seeing, downgrades for some of these names, credit watches for some of these names. Would you consider this group at all, or not so much?
Yeah, I would, Nicole. But again, I know it's very sexy to come on and say, oh, this is a great stock. What an unbelievable buying opportunity. We have no idea if it is. The future is just too uncertain. Again, I feel very strongly that these companies will be here and they will be great buys, but from what level? So I just caution the investors out there. There's no room for heroics in this marketplace. You can be patient. You may not catch the bottom, but at least you will know when the dust has settled and you'll be able to go into the higher quality names, which every one of these is a high quality name that you list. And our other guest is exactly right. A lot of these companies don't own the properties, but it's just going to take some time.
Dominick, what do you think when you're looking for quality?
So again, assuming we had a crystal ball, the key is, what is the business model going to look like when and if we finally get out of this mess? And so in the short run, and I mean 6-12 months out, you got to believe a company like an Amazon or a Nike will do much better. Their business models will be much more sustainable over a relatively short period of time, 6-12 months. Again, these are quality companies. There will be a time and place to go put some capital here. And even if you bought when they're a little bit higher, who cares? These companies are down in excess of 30%. There's plenty of room to the upside. There's plenty of time to get back into them later on, maybe this year.
Right. Thank you both. Excellent conversation. Dominick, Tavella, founder, president, Diversified Private Wealth Advisors. Quint Tatro, managing director of Jewel Financial. It's great to see you both. Thank you.